All right, it is Sunday, 25 February 2024, folks. Getting set up for the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. Coming right at you from here, there, everywhere. What platform you're listening to, that's where you're going to be hearing us from. That's right. Getting everybody set up. They'll be along pretty soon. Just making sure all the gears are working and the circuits are right where they need to be. The sparks are flying everywhere. Hope you've had a great weekend. We've had a pretty good one here. Nice and quiet. Everybody over in the Kick channel, Facebook, Rumble, and more. We welcome you all. Let's say hello to folks over on D Live, Live Space, Josh Who TV. That's right. Can't miss them. Yahoo. Not Yahoo. What am I talking about? Yahoo. Facebook. Yeah. And let's see here. Twitch, X, whatever you want to call it now. We're up over there. Just came up online. All over. Sit back, relax, grab yourself a coffee. We'll be starting up very shortly. All right, look out. Here comes the guys and gal. Getting them. Do 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 do.
That's like,
yeah.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hey, Mark, how you doing?
Pretty good. You?
Good.
Good. Was that more convincing?
That's Mark.
That would be
No,
me.
was that good, more convincing than the one I gave you?
Well, I was going to say, Mark, was that convincing by both of us or not?
What's that? You guys
Well,
sounded
yes,
like
it
you were
sounded
half
good.
asleep when
We both said good. Huh?
You're like, yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
I'm going to say
how you doing,
airing out
Mark?
all my
Yeah.
grievances out on the show tonight. That's what I'm planning on doing. Whatever issues I've had throughout the week, I'm just going to let it come out in other ways tonight on the show. It's It's cathartic. You know what I mean? That's sort of like every artist says that, right? It's like therapeutic. This should be used as an outlet to, you know, just get stuff off your back, you know?
Yeah.
No better person and no people better to blame than the globalist. That's what I say.
Well, we got to get that energy up and going, man. What's up with that? Come on.
Well, no, it's there. It's just maybe a different dynamic tonight. High level, high energy dynamic.
Sounds like a girlfriend
But
or a wife.
I can only speak for
maintenance.
myself. What does CES have to say about all this? Yeah, I know. I do absolutely. I stand in front of the microphone and just gab. That's it. I'm not I'm not a multitasker like you are. I try to just do one thing at a time.
Yeah, I do one thing at a time too. I just have about 10 of them to do before the show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's see.
It's that pressure. Believe me. Hey,
Up
having done the
here.
show one time, I understand behind that. I really do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So,
and plus this gives me a chance to, you know, blab a little bit more, you know. So, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Gives Mark a chance to blab a little bit, you know.
You don't want
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Mark, just come on in, man, and do some blabbing with me.
You really don't want that.
Oh no, we like it, dude.
I'm just peanut gallery, and I'm like, hey, you know, that's not right. I think you mean this, right? You sure about that?
Yeah. Oh, I think it's time to razz CS a little bit this evening
Okay.
and just show just how wrong he was the last show.
How wrong he was?
Just on one thing.
Do it.
It does look like that Trump gave his short list
Uh-huh.
on the air. So, way before the elections. Before the prime.
Is that
Did I say
really
he would
the
put out a
list?
short list?
Well, I was saying, you know, you would think he would at least put out a short list by now. And you were saying none of that's going to really happen. But and I don't know if you really were like unequivocally sold on that, but you know, he did announce.
He's been talking names though for a while. You know what I mean?
But he officially said this is my
So-
short list. He officially said this
Okay.
is my short list. And because somebody mentioned a bunch of names and he said, yeah, that's a short list. But then he's named specific names out of that names, 3 or 4 names. Tim Scott was one of them. Tulsi Gabbard was one of them. But that doesn't mean that's who he's going to go with. I can't remember all of them. It was in an interview. I'm trying to think who was the person interviewing him. I can't remember. But he did give an official short list, I guess. I mean, that could change, obviously. He could add or subtract people. DeSantis said he would not be his vice president, which I'm glad. I'm not a DeSantis fan anymore. Don't hate the guy. I think he just do a good job probably governing, but I don't ever want to see him president. The fact that he betrayed MAGA and betrayed Trump shows me
This could be. I think this
He
is
doesn't have
his
the
last
backbone.
term as governor too. Since Florida has term limits.
Yeah, he's right where he needs to be.
He'll run,
finished.
you know, he'll probably run for Senate. Then.
He's got one more year left. He's right where he needs to be. You mean finished? Done for? That's what it sounded
Well,
like you
you
were
know.
saying. And I would, if you said that, I would say that's okay with me, because I don't trust the guy. Although he does some good things, I can't deny that. I mean, he is basically doing some sort of legislation that is, or an executive order or something like that, that's going to get the Florida Epstein files released to the public. But I don't know what's in that. I don't know if there's any smoking guns in that of relevance to. So, but yeah, he seems to be doing some good. He seems to be saying some right. So, I don't hate the guy and be the president. He's weak. He seems weak.
Yeah.
But you're probably right when it comes to when he announced his official VP. It'll probably be much, much later. You're right on that. I'm wrong on that. But I was just thinking, he would at least give some clue. He's just been mum. He's been mum on everything. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He'd just been real tight-lipped, and I get it. He wants to keep it a mystery and wants to leave his options open, and he's feeling it out because he's picking from scratch. Most people would have this president, except for we had a Napoleon Bonaparte that just betrayed the coat, Mike Pence, who hates America, doesn't care about anything except for funding Ukraine, and hates the populist movement. He says the populist movement is bad. He sounds just exactly like a globalist. That's what the globalists say. The globalists say nationalism, populism, and patriotism is the enemy and the enemy to democracy. Well, what democracy are you talking about? You're talking about the democracy among the elite. Yeah, of course we are a threat to your little monopoly democracy that you have.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope we are, because you guys are slime bags.
Right.
What, no bullhorn, Barry?
Yeah, it's right here. I got it turned on, man. It's ready to roll. I'm feeling it's coming out tonight, but I don't know. We'll see. I'd like for it to. I have a lot of pent-up anger tonight that needs to get out.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
And I'm tired of Mr. Nice Guy. I'm tired of... I was talking about it on social media today about how... who disgusts me the most? It's not the people on the opposite side. It is not the radical wokesters. I have some respect for them because at least they have a bit of fight in them. At least they stick to their guns. You know what really pisses me off are these people that hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Those are the people that piss me off. That pretend like we're not at a major crossroads. That pretend like this is not serious business. That pretend this is politics as usual when they know better, but they're just cowards because they want to be liked and loved by everybody. Forget that. Screw that.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to stay that way going into the future here,
Amen. I think you're 100% right, dude. It's going to get just more difficult and more difficult. And you know what? I feel like the people that have rode that fence like that for this long, they'll choose the other side before they choose the right side. I believe because they'll find it easier on that side.
Hmm. Yeah, cancel culture doesn't come at you and take away your bank accounts and that crap.
Mm-hmm. If you're with them, if you stand with them, yep. It just ticks me off, man, and I'm tired of it. And then they want to shut you down, keep you quiet. And don't you dare talk about it. Don't you dare reference, that term or this term.
Hello.
Yo, Yotivation!
Hey, yo.
Hi. How's everybody doing?
Mm-hmm.
Good here.
Not as good as you.
I know it.
Yeah, that's probably true. I mean, Yotivation's got like an endless, abounding amount of joy regardless.
Well, you just have to seize every day, don't you? I have been learning because we've lost so many people in the last.
That's another thing that pisses me off too. Seeing people die all around me. I'm not happy about that either. Or sick. And some of it's not even COVID related. It's just because they're people I know that are grossly obese, have a horrible lifestyle, and they're dying and they're having problems and they're having to see the doctor. And I'm their friend and it hurts me. And you just want to tell them, man, you got to get your health together or else hell is coming, man, because that you can't sustain that. Your body cannot sustain because think about it, dude. All that plus all the toxicities that are out there already, all the chemtrails, the chemicals, the food. I mean, they're all the biogenetics. There's probably nanoparticles in the food. There's nanoparticles in the air. There's nanoparticles probably in the vaccines. I mean, the 5G I mean, if you're not fighting back and you're like going the opposite direction, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. At some point you become in trouble.
Oh yeah,
And
that is the plan. Bank on that. There's so many people out there that rely on a magic pill. Everybody knows there's no such thing as a magic pill.
Exactly.
But there are people, they want an excuse. It's not their fault that they have this issue. When if people would just detoxify, just get the toxins out in as many nanoparticulates as you can, heavy metals.
Yep. I would recommend clean. I think it's chlorella from naturalnews.com, because I've used it's a great detoxifier, gives you energy, stamina.
My son is having that right now, and that other green stuff, that like one whatever it is. But he's a young strapping fella, and it really seems to be helping him. He looks like he's, his whole physique is changing. Of course, he's a young man.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say hello to everybody listening out there pre-show.
Hello.
Hi, Censorship Sucks.
That was Saul good.
Hello.
That was kind of half so.
Motivation.
In the house.
And what was Willie chatting about in chat? He said he's got some new business scheme or
I better
something.
go check the chat. Is it about minutes?
Oh, he's
And
going to
twerking?
inject
Yeah.
his worms. He's going to
Yeah.
inject his worms with the venom.
Is he dating a new woman again? Another new woman as well?
Ah.
No. He's probably still with Kimberly.
Hey, it's Willie. Come on now.
Yeah, he showed me this trunk video. There was a bumper sticker. It said, honk if you want to see midgets twerking. So people honk. The hood,
I didn't see that one.
trunk goes up, and a girl starts, like, she puts a shovel up to leave the hood up, and she
Yeah, I
starts twerking
seen that.
with
That
the
was
shovel.
funny. I about died when I saw that.
But there was no midget. So I had to send him what a midget twerking looked like.
Hmm.
And now,
Now you know.
maybe it'll be part of the show. Well, we had so much fun. Oh, go ahead.
I found it very interesting. I was listening to some of the CPAC, and Trump called himself the dissident, which
Very
I found
nice.
very interesting. The timing of that is just not
Yeah.
coincidental. It doesn't.
He's
you know
been
what I mean?
talking to Brent, man.
Man, I
Yeah.
feel like I need to go listen
Let's see if we
again.
can get Trump on the show, man. Talk to Brent. Say, hey, we know that you got some sort of secret code going with Trump. Try to get him on the show for us. We'll give him the whole hour.
He hasn't even brought Charlie Kirk in yet.
Yeah, you probably can't jump all the way
You
to
want
Big
miracles,
Guns.
don't you?
Well, we got Mel K's show. She'll
Coming,
probably
yeah.
that'll be good.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that.
Well, it's when the book time comes around, you'll have to remind him.
Yeah.
And he'll go, oh, yeah, we'll do that. That'll be great.
Yeah, I knew all about that. Yeah.
Do you know who East Bay Truther is?
I heard of him.
I've heard of. Yeah, I've seen his channel around.
Well, he just sent me a video just before I came on, and I managed to watch it all. And it was so good. I posted it on my page. It was about in 2014, and some years prior to that, he and a group of guys went out to protest at Bohemian Grove. And they stood out front. Now, he had very few views on this video, and I was dumbfounded by that. But they hit on all of the hot topics. Let me see if I can recap what he said. And remember, this is 2014, so Barack Hussein Obama is still in the White House at this point. And Hillary Clinton is supposed to be coming in after him, right? And then Joe Biden. Okay, so they have their 16-year plan. But President Trump ended up getting in there, and he actually reversed their nonsensical policies. And then we were having record-breaking this, record-breaking that. Everybody was doing better. And then Joe Biden, I call him the illegitimate usurper, he took over the White House and on day one reversed President
We're living in hell right now.
Sorry.
Yeah.
common sense policy.
I was going through my Twitter feed today too, and Josh is going off about the Obamas. Ooh,
Ooh, good.
yeah. You know how the daughter isn't actually the
She changed
daughter.
her last name.
And
Yeah,
she
she
came
dropped
out
the last
and
name.
you know, she doesn't even want to keep the name Obama.
Yeah, I
So-
saw that because she wants to, be an actress and do it on her own or whatever. Yeah,
Oh,
sure.
well, we don't.
But they all know it's Obama's daughter, or at least believed to be Obama's daughter. I mean, there's a lot of conspiracies out there that that's not really Obama's daughter. I have no clue
No.
about any of that, but
Adopted, maybe.
I don't rule anything out.
Yeah.
I mean,
And then,
a lot of people think that.
He had another link up about some lady who got beat up before Michelle transitioned. Like, oh my God, really, Josh? Leave it to Josh, man.
I miss Josh.
He went,
Oh, man.
he's stirring some views. That's
It would be
what I
interesting,
gotta
though,
say.
if Michelle got in and she was the president, Obama became like the first lady man, but then they decide to transition. Obama becomes a female, Michelle becomes a male, and then Obama becomes the first lady.
Oh, the possibilities.
Oh, well, I mean, really, transgenderism opens up the door for so many things. It's such a wonderful thing.
Blur lines, you could do anything. Be a toaster. If you want to be a toaster, honey, you go right ahead.
Well, yeah, but not if you're going to burn my toast.
Be a good toaster, at least.
That's right, man. Be reliable, man.
Mark,
Mhm.
I had put an invitation out to a bunch of our friends to come join us in Rumble tonight. And I told them that I would, communicate with them in the chat. But it says that I need to verify my account.
Oh.
Yeah, I can chat in Yo Rizzo's thing on Rumble. Is there like a restriction on
No, not
me?
that I know of. Why would there be? Unless they don't like my streams.
That's a good possibility.
I've
We
noticed
crossed
some of
the
my daily
Rubicon of a
streams have been
million
going
subscribers,
down
though.
here
That's
lately,
fantastic.
and I've wondered about why that was happening. Because I was getting some pretty good views on daily streams.
Yeah, I love Yo Rizzo's social cancer. You get together with so many people that you don't really talk to probably on a regular basis, but once a week you can get together and chat about all the silliness that's going on.
Yeah.
And I
Social
have
cancer?
so much fun.
No.
Yeah, social cancer.
I tell you what, if you just read the alternative media, most people can't read it. It's just full of death, doom, gloom, people murdering each other, running around naked with machetes and cutting people's heads off, and burying them and I don't know, just doing weird. People are doing weird. Crazy stuff like all the time now. It's almost like overwhelming at times, even for me. And I have a super duper huge. I don't go into truth overload real easily. I take it all pretty much and be like, most people can't.
Right, you've been down some rabbit holes. That's why.
But even I don't want to. I mean, it's like people are nuts. I'm not saying everybody, of course, but there's a larger percentage of people that are doing super duper evil stuff, and cannibalism now. Cannibalism's back again. I just downloaded the video from local deals, a bunch of pedophiles and cannibals. I was like, what the hell is going on, man? Hell has been unleashed, and people are losing their freaking, are going satanic, 100% satanic.
Yeah, it's true. And you know what? Cannibalism never went anywhere. It's just the media or we talking about it. It's always been there. It's just a matter of whether the light is shining on it or not.
According to the news, he wanted a baby to eat. He needed to have a child to rape and then eat. I honestly, I just listened to like 10 seconds. I said, I can't handle this right now. That's even too much for me right now. So I'm going to come back to that when my mind is strong, because that is like way too over the top for me, but this is the kind of stuff that's really out there, and it's in the elite circles, in my opinion, where it's most prevalent. Like, they're getting all the low levels right now, but these people, I mean, think about it. When you get all that power and you've done everything that money can do, then you start saying, well, what's left? Well, the only thing that's left is the super depraved. And so you go and drift and gravitate towards that. And then they no longer see that as profane and disturbing and sick. They see it as like a form of enlightenment and empowerment. At least that's my understanding.
I saw that they were putting a statue in a kids' play area, and it was in the form of, remember Jeffrey Dahmer's victim that was bent over backwards?
Oh, yeah.
In a back bend. And then it was in Tony Podesta, the artwork in Tony Podesta's home. Well, it looked just like that.
At the Super Bowl? At the Super Bowl? They did that at the Super Bowl, too.
They
did that same pose at the Super Bowl, the Podesta pose.
That's right. So that's what, as you're talking about pedophiles, I mean, that is something, that's a way that they signal to each other, and the people who don't know, but the ones who do are starting to see the signs. And so, they're being more blatant about it. They're putting this statue in a children's park.
I'm telling you, man.
All right, everybody. I got the buffer
surprises
files rolling on the radio side. 5 minutes, and we will be a go for the radio.
All right.
But the good news is you can buy a very trashy, ugly, hideous Taylor Swift white concert Heroes t-shirt for $65. Now, that's the good news, man. What a steal that is, isn't it? $65, man. That's a great price.
Well, what's a ticket for a concert go for? I mean, they already got you for $600. What's another $60?
Right.
Exactly.
Trump change.
But it's probably not even 100% cotton, man. It's probably a cotton poly blend.
Well,
hey, Mark, I was just wondering, you know how you say we don't have much chat and Rumble?
Yeah.
I wonder if everybody else is getting that verify your account to chat thing, too.
Look out. Well, apparently not, because Sick of the Lies is in there right now saying howdy.
He is. Hey,
Is it soup yet?
Sick of the lies.
I never have a problem with Sick of the Lies ever getting in there.
Of access to
or
his
King. Yeah.
A different level of access?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. His account might be older, whatever, and so it might be easier to chat in his than... That's the only thing I can think of, right?
Well, I'll just say Sick of the Lies, I have to somehow verify my account. Not somehow, I just have to do it, but so I can't chat with you tonight. But I'll say
you have to email verify it? Because, that takes like 3 seconds.
No, let me see. It says...
It's the alphabet soup.
You have to put your phone number in.
I never had to do that.
What?
Yeah, that's why I'm not doing it, because I'm like, that seems sus.
I wonder if you've been flagged as a radical.
You've been flagged
as a radical.
as a divergent.
2 times this week. Once I tried to go on Gab, which I've never really been on Gab before, and they blocked me from going on Gab. And then I tried to get on Truth Social, and I got blocked from Truth Social.
How do you get blocked? What did they say? I'm sorry, you're not welcome here. What happened? I want to know.
They said the accounts were being protected by Cloudflare, and that I would need to email the site holder and let them know what actions I was doing when this block happened, because they think I'm an attacker.
Okay.
Yeah,
that
makes a
doesn't
lot of
make
sense
stuff
now.
Josh would deal with.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the stuff Josh was dealing with forever. You might have like an IP that's really close or similar to someone who is, doing nefarious stuff.
Well, I've managed a way through my own email. I clicked on a Truth Social link, so I was able to get into Truth Social today by doing that. But before, when I was, for both of them, Gab and Truth Social, I just went to my search bar. I hit a G. Gab came up, the link. I clicked the link, and then that's all I did. And the same thing for Truth Social. I hit a T. Truth came up, clicked it, and it got me blocked.
What browser are you using? The Brave browser?
No, I wish I could. I have this horrible computer that won't even allow me to use any other browser. It's a Dell computer.
Is it
but
slow
it's like
or
a
something?
touch screen one, and so you have to run their software. I am thinking about a new one, though.
You can go on eBay, and they've got Dell refurbished computers, like bare bones. Some of them drive and everything, but no monitor. Like, you can pick up a monitor for nothing.
A VPN would also probably what you're doing too. You might even just want to try to load like a temporary VPN for free.
I do have a VPN on, and I thought that might be what happened, because I only turned the VPN on recently, and that after that is when I started having these issues. And I turned the VPN off because I was having trouble before, and but I turned it back on. That's and weird. I'm keeping it on now.
Yeah, I'll maybe change the server. You can change the city.
All right, let's get ready for our countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're live and on the radio side right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition, where we've got with us Yotivation Nation, of course. How you doing, Yo?
I'm wonderful. Hello, everyone.
And Bullhorn Barry on the mic. How you doing, Barry?
I'm doing good, man. Love the energy coming out of the gate like that.
Yeah, it's what I do. I bring it to the table, brah.
You always do.
So, speaking of bringing it to the table, CPAC went down over the last few days. Did you guys watch any of that? That was pretty good.
I saw a few of them. Wow. A lot of good stuff going on right now. People are being brave and courageous and saying things that need to be said.
Oh, yeah. It's, may you live in interesting times. Here we are, folks, living in interesting times. The old Chinese proverbial curse. So, yeah, but Donald Trump said something really interesting the other day, and I kind of want to play some of this for you guys because, I'll show you why.
And in many ways, we're living in hell right now. Because the fact is, Joe Biden is a threat to democracy. He really is a threat to democracy. I stand before you today not only as your and hopefully future president, but as a proud political dissident. And in many ways, we're living in hell right now.
Did you guys catch that?
Yeah.
You bet, man.
That word dissident. Brent Hamachek, one of our co-hosts here, just put out a book called The American Dissident, or Dissidently Speaking, where he talks all about being an American dissident and what it means. And, even just a week and a half ago, we had him on the show, and he spoke for, the whole first hour about the word dissident and what it means to be a dissident in South America. And his book, like, literally just came out a day or two ago, and now Trump calling himself a dissident. Brent, I'm going to put that on you. You made that happen, and what an awesome thing to hear the president say. My jaw was on the floor last night when I heard that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's kind of what happens, when you create something, it creates ripples. It have an effect beyond what you can imagine. And if it did reach President Trump, which it could with the circles that Brent Hamachek keeps, pretty cool.
Yeah. Inspire him to come out and say, I am a political dissident.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. And he is. With Brent, it's all summed up by what Trump is doing to fight the system, to stop them from doing what they want to do with it. You sit in at some point. You become trying to stop the machine from causing the chaos it was programmed to cause. And lordy, I love it. That's just the coolest I heard in a long time.
Yeah, like the best of times and the worst times all wrapped up into one. I can't believe we're doing this era. Yeah.
I remember when Trump said we would get sick of winning, and I felt like I was getting sick of winning a little bit at some points in his, third. It was like, wow, staggering awesome economic numbers again. Like, wow, we just won another trade thing, and wow, another million traded.
And that was while President Trump's hands were tied behind his back. He had spies and, espionage, all kinds of things going on around him. People purposely trying to booby trap him and set him up. And we still accomplished so much. Can't wait to see what happens when those are off and, we finally get to have justice. Not revenge, but justice.
Yeah, and you've got a cabinet already picked out. Knows exactly who's going in every seat. He said he put out a short list of his VPs. He probably knows who he wants. It's not going to be too hard. Whoa. Was that your horn warming up there, Barry?
Still in agreement with you, man.
Okay. So there you go. Now, to pile on to the good news, we've got South Carolina that went down over the weekend, and that was on Saturday. Nikki Haley, of course, lost by 30 points, as was expected. But, you get this situation where she now realizes for sure she's going to drop out of the race, and she conceded it. And oh, wait a minute. No, she didn't. I'm sorry. No, she didn't. No. She's going on, moving on to Super Tuesday. She hasn't won anything yet. She lost to none of the above by 30 points in Nevada, and in her home state gets crushed. Now it's time to throw in the towel to give it up, but no, she's got other people's money to burn through. I think something like 70 million so far in this in her campaign. 17 million alone in South Carolina, just burned, thrown into the wind to make pretty offensive and bad ads on the air that are filled with lies about her former boss, who she said she would never run against. Run against Donald Trump. But then she did. And now she won't drop out because she thinks something is going to happen to Trump and then she's going to be the only one standing. But I'll tell you what, she'll never get it at a Republican convention.
No. The mainstream media depicted that as a victory for her. They said she did quite well, but it was an open primary, wasn't it? That's what I read. I'm not for sure, but I heard it was an open primary, which meant I guess Democrats could have voted as well.
Right. Yes.
So we know that most of her voters are probably coming from Democrats that just don't want Trump in there. So, I mean, she did, I guess, okay, considering, that she hasn't been doing very well up until, South Carolina. So, I mean, but most of those were probably Democrats.
That's right. And even with all of those who planned and tried, we still defeated them. And that's what we have to keep on doing, is showing up and voting in the numbers that there's no way they could cheat as much as we're going to show up and vote.
Yep.
Yeah.
We hope. I mean, that's the plan. It's got to happen. We need it to happen. But, you know, heck, a majority of people out there think 2024 is rigged. You know, I just saw that headline here somewhere. You know, a majority of the people think, hey, it's not going to work. They're just calling now for Google to be, you know, broken up because it controls the search engine. When people go and say, hey, you know, they said Donald Trump did this. Let me go look it up on Google. Boom. Google shows you 5 articles that are going to spew lies saying he did it and bury the one story that says, hey, no, it didn't. And here's why he didn't. You know what I mean? Fact, like, it's just so skewed. Everybody gets their information from Google. And sadly, Google is in the bag for the Democrats. It's something astonishing. I wish I had the numbers in front of me. I don't, but I mean, I can probably dig them up while I'm talking, but I'll be distracted while I'm talking. I take those up at the same time. But yeah, they put out a vast majority, and we all know it, of left-leaning articles from the dinosaur mainstream media that are so-called reliable, you know, experts, so to speak. But it's all just political garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, I mean, CNN is nothing more than the political arm, the media arm of the Democratic Party. It's the voice of the Democratic Party. MSNBC, exact same thing. They will never criticize anything Biden does. They're always critical of everything Trump does to the nth degree. And it's, if you open your eyes and look around, it's blaringly obvious. It's so obvious it's frightening. But if you just close your eyes and you trust these guys and you wake up every morning and put on Old Morning Joe, you know, you're just going to ride off into the sunset believing all the lies.
Yeah. And see, as you called it correctly,
yeah, you're right.
I was just say you called it correctly about the gaslighting too. I mean, they're taking the gaslighting to new levels. It was in Drudge Report in the UK Daily Mail where they're now trying to flip the script of Biden being not the one who has cognitive decline, but Trump. And they were saying, oh, he didn't call Melania by the right name, which he wasn't even addressing her. I mean, and you go to the UK Mirror, I think was where it was at, and you try to load the video to see the video proof, and guess what? The video doesn't load. And then you go down and you look at all the comments, and the comments say, that is so disingenuous. That was not, he was actually addressing somebody else. That's how low. And there wasn't any comments saying, yeah, this is true, blah, blah, blah. So they're just trying to flip the script and make you think that Trump's the crazy one. He's the one that wants in democracy. He's the one that's, you know, flipping names, can't find his way off the stage, blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and it's shocking to see these guys all blame Trump on the border problem. It's shocking that they think Americans are that dumb.
Mm-hmm. And then they're also to roll out the Russia collusion thing again.
It's just funny at this point.
Because they think we're so stupid. And they underestimate we the people, you know, especially the ones with critical thinking ability. So the critical thinkers will always have the advantage, and defeating our own is always the solution. So go out, don't believe what you hear, research for yourself.
Exactly. Research to know for yourself. Look further than just everything that Google. If you go to Google News, that, man, that's the last place you should be getting your news. They're curating propaganda. We're living in the equivalent of, you know, Stalin's Stasi times with you know, the way the news is massaged here in the United States. It is really to those types of levels of Cuba and Venezuela at this point.
Yep.
There you go.
That's been the plan all along. And every single week, we must sound like a broken record, but like we have to say it as many times as they tell the lies. Contradict what they're putting out there and to remind people of what the facts are. Reality is, because they really do want us to blur the lines, because then nobody has to be accountable for anything. But we need to get back to law and facts and common sense and reality. We're living in a land of illusion right now, and it's all built from lies. People believe what they were told rather than going out to know for themselves. And when you become informed, can be manipulated by the mainstream propaganda media. And Hillary Clinton even said all the way back in 2014 that they were losing the minds and hearts of the people, and that they would have to win us back through an information war of propaganda. And believe me, that's what we've been living through.
Mm-hmm.
So be wiser.
And at that time, Hillary said that they were losing the info war. She admitted that.
She did. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that. But they're losing it more now because the propaganda has gotten to levels that people just the way this progressive thing works. They give them an inch, they take a mile. Give them a mile, they want 10 miles. Give them 10 miles, they want 100 miles. And we're getting to that 100-mile point now where people are saying, wait a minute, what? What are you advocating here? Parents are losing their kids now because their kids are being taught that they're transgender in school. And then the state just comes in and takes the kids. Off you go. You never, bye-bye. How is that? How is the average person out there going to react to that? It's really shocking. And yet they're expecting us to not consider that anything out of the ordinary whatsoever. There's 1,000 examples I could bring up. The Green New Energy deal. Look at these. The EV market is falling apart. There's like a 6-month supply of EVs on the lots right now. And if you want an actual gas engine pickup truck, you got to wait because they're losing all their money on these EVs. What do they say? Ford loses something like 40 grand on every car they sell. Rivian is just a time bomb monster, like cash dump. It makes me impressed with Elon for actually figuring it out and making money off them when they're, when it was, it's in its infancy. He cracked the nut on how to actually make money with electric cars, whereas a lot of big 3 automakers are having a hard time doing it, So, yeah, but that's another example of areas where they just come down and shove things down our throats that we're not ready for. We're just not ready for it. You want to take our gas stove away? What? I like my gas stove.
And I think that's all about too, is if they it's a choice, you can have gas or electric, whatever you want.
Lost you guys. Are you there? Hello. What's going on? Sometimes we get a fade out with Skype, so hold on. See what's going on.
I think people are not.
There they are. Now you guys are back. I don't know why you guys faded out, but you're back now. Someone got passionate, I guess.
Okay.
Gary probably put the squelch on you, so there we go. We're back.
To be fair, we never left back.
Yeah.
But yeah, it happens. Anyway, let's not get passionate. Get right over the target, because when you're right over the target, Gary steps in and clicks a little mute button, so we lose our podcast here for a couple minutes. But are back and ready to go. And we still got plenty of time before the first break. So where were we? We were talking about what Donald Trump just taking the world by storm, CPAC, all this. Motivation. Why don't you take it from there? What's going on in the world?
Well, I was watching a few of those videos from CPAC, and oh my God, I don't know if you saw, but Dan Scavino put out a little bitty video of President Trump meeting Melee. Did you see that?
No, I heard it was pretty.
Yeah, I saw it.
Intense,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was their first meeting in person, and he walked in, he's president. Melee is full of energy like you would expect. And President Trump almost holding him back a little bit. And Melee seems like he just wants to touch President Trump, and And President Trump says, "Make Argentina great again," and he yells out whatever he yelled out, something about freedom.
Mhm.
Was
I want to
so
know,
cool.
did he fly up there coach? I bet he did.
I
You know,
don't know.
He went to the WEF forum coach. He flew over there coach. While everyone else is on their private jets. Loved it. Loved to see it.
Well, he definitely brought some energy, and he actually spoke for 1 hour, which I didn't get through his video.
Oh, wow.
But he does have a CPAC video out there. Melee does. And it's a 1 hour video. I'm sure it's packed full of stuff, but I needed to find the time for a 1 hour video. And then Dr. Ben Carson, he did a
Yeah,
CPAC
I saw him.
speech also. And it was just.
I saw that one.
Yeah, he said, let's see if I can find it here. There's an entirely new threat to our country. Let's see. The government in DC no longer represents the people it claims it serves, and stopped pretending to execute the charge pulled out by our founders. I'm sorry, my writing is so terrible. The protection of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Put simply, Washington is losing its legitimate claims to govern the American people. And so he brought it right out to the forefront. Our government is what our biggest problem is right now. And we really do need to find some solutions, because at this point, people are really becoming aware of how evil and corrupted and weaponized against we the people that the system has become, and that they're no longer serving we the people. They're no longer in our best interest. And as far as I'm concerned, at this point, we need to start doing something, because if they're not, then the people who are, took an oath, they're becoming treasonous as well by allowing this to continue when it's blatantly obvious. That's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I hear you, and I agree totally. It's time to put our foot down. Our government is not representing us. And, again, we were talking this before, and I said I needed to get the numbers in front of me. Now I have them in front of me. 63% of articles from media outlets that are reported in Google News are left or lean left. 6% were from the right. Okay, 16% center, 6% on the right, 63 on the left. That's how biased Google is. It needs to be broken down, because this is, again, how they're getting away with this. They have this oligarch, this connection between the federal government, all of the different alphabet agencies, and Alphabet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where, the company Alphabet, they literally have a backdoor in there and say, hey, shut this down. This site isn't fair. You can't let this site get out. You can't let this article get any traction. This story about so-and-so is wrong. You got to bury that, right?
Mm-hmm.
The vaccine is perfectly safe, on and on and on, until these guys have no choice but to say, yes, sir, because they decide what your taxes are going to be. They decide what your regulations are going to be. They can make your life very, very, very uncomfortable if you try to get out there and avoid the direct orders and directions you're being given from them. Just watch what happens to Elon Musk over the next year or two with all of his government contracts and whatnot. Poof. They're going to disappear. They're just going to be. And we love it, but the deep state does not like it whatsoever. And they will do everything in their power to stop him. So, yeah, our government doesn't represent the people. I said it.
And I'm just glad somebody, in a public figure on a big stage is saying it out loud, too. And then that Melee coming over here, and he's throwing all kinds of truth bombs down, and it's a different world today, thankfully, than it was 5 years ago. We never could have had justice 5 years ago because people still believed the mainstream media lies. And now they've been debunked, they've been proved. to be weaponized against President Trump and against we the people. And people are coming to realizations that if they can indict President Trump and arrest him 4 times, what will they do to us? He really is just standing in the way. And this is our time. We have to seize our freedom, and we have to buyer beware. I mean, don't be a fool. We lived through COVID. We saw how people handled that. You really have to turn your common sense back on. You can do it too. Your brain is able to adapt. You just have to focus on these things, and then you won't be manipulated. And that's the main thing, because they do work for us, not lord over us.
Exactly. And we need to, it's time for term limits, folks. And how about you can't inside trade? No more insider trading. It's illegal on Wall Street. Why is it legal in Washington, D.C.? Because they write the rules. Term limits, absolutely.
If President Trump did insider trading, they'd be all over it.
That's right.
Man. Yeah. And Nikki Haley sits up on her high horse thinking that she's above all this stuff. She's not like Trump, right? I'm not like him. Vote for me. But if she actually got that nomination, you know how quick they would start calling her worse than Hitler? Worse than Hitler would come out in 2 days straight. They'd be drumming up all kinds of stuff about, India's ties to, Nazis and blah, blah, blah. And you name it. They will stop at nothing. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter.
I don't know. They might join sides with her.
On the right, you're worse than Hitler.
But is she really on the right?
She'll be worse than Hitler,
really on the right, though? Because I like what Wayne Allen Root said. He said, basically, Nikki Haley's the new Liz Cheney. So, Liz Cheney's a neocon, which a neocon and a neo-lib are the same thing.
Yeah, but, put Liz Cheney in sort of a position where she's within reach of the presidency.
Yeah, they'd probably pick Biden over
she's
her.
Worse than Hitler, too. They said it about Mitt Romney. I saw somebody post, they got scorched for it. They posted something about showing Mitt Romney, and they're like, wow, this wasn't that long ago, and politics were so much more civil. And then they started reading out all the things they claimed about Mitt Romney when he ran for president. He was gay. He killed grandma. He killed he destroyed the insurance policies of all these people, and they all died. On and on. He tied his dog to a roof of his car. They went ballistic when he posted a picture of his family, and there's like 35 people in the picture, and one of the grandkids is black, and flew out because he's worse than Hitler. He's the biggest racist you've ever seen in the world. Mitt Romney. If they did it to him, they're going to do it to everybody on the right. So don't think like you can just be civil here and find some common ground to be nice. The left plays for blood. They play for keeps. And that's what I have to say about that.
And did you see Nimrata? She came out there, and a couple of speeches ago, she started crying. How is that going to go over when she's talking to world leaders? She is definitely not the right person for the job.
Yeah, that's the Democrat playbook, though. The crocodile tears things, and it doesn't go over very well.
No. And,
But she's a Republican, I thought.
She's a rhino through and through.
She's a neocon, which is a neoliberal. But if she won the presidency, they would hijack her completely because she's already on board. And then they would speak nicely of her.
Well, maybe. Any pushback, though, you got to remember that any pushback and you get taken out. And there's no way that she's going to fall for everything they want. Got to look at least a little bit like a Republican on some things.
I don't know. Brian Stelter's running as a Republican in New Jersey now. That's not believable whatsoever.
He is, too, for some school district, something or another.
Yeah. Helter Stelter, if you can believe that. Unbelievable. Running as a Republican and expecting people to believe that.
And
I don't get it.
How could you?
Well, it's a ploy because they're trying to hijack Republicans and the conservative movement. That's what that's all about. They're putting Democrats in places, in Republican positions.
They told us they were going to do that a long time ago, too. Infiltrate. That's what they do.
Yeah.
That's what Nikki, she was funded by Reid Hoffman, who is the co-founder of LinkedIn. He also is a founder of the Lincoln Project. He stayed at Epstein Island. He had plans to stay in Epstein's mansion in New York City. He funded that whack E. Jean Carroll case. He also funds a very big funder to Indivisible, which is a grassroots network of Trump haters. And you know, they're on the front lines to beat President Trump in lawfare.
They're really important. They're like one of the most important grassroots organizations out there, as far as like putting everything they can in front of Trump to stop him from getting to the presidency. But even if he gets into office, prevent him from getting anything done while he's there. They are the biggest enemies to the Republic at this point in time that I can think of, really.
Yeah. Their main goal is to strip President Trump of his money, his dignity. Mm-hmm. They want him to take a knee, but President Trump will not yield. He has not yielded. No matter the cost, he's still in there and he still wants to be the president. I mean, this guy's amazing. He's a man of steel. Yeah. You know, everything they've tried has backfired in their faces. So the wild coyote party is what I call them. Mm-hmm. And, you know, President Trump still stands with dignity and, you know, power. And he has a message of how we're going to get out of this. And people are hearing him now without the mainstream media narrative and the lies. And they're like, wow, you know, there were 5 undecided voters before South Carolina. They didn't know which way they were going to go. But after, it was the town hall, President Trump's town hall. And they all unanimously decided to go with President after they heard him speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they heard Haley too, and afterwards they were like, "Yeah, unanimous. We're in for it, 100%." Because again, he talks about the sacrifices, the money he's lost, these litigious warfare lawsuits that are coming after him to strip him of $450 million in alone in New York City. Another $100 million in another case in New York City. Completely made up. Absolutely. To the point where New York is lose a lot of investment. I mean, a lot at a time when they really need it. And the governor even had to go out and say, hey, man, you don't need to worry about it. We're not going to come after any real estate developers for this. Don't worry about it. Trump is special. We had to do it with Trump, but we don't, we'll never do it with you. Don't worry about it. Well, that's just an admission of guilt that this was all about getting Trump.
Yep.
You know what I mean? 100%. Straight up admission. If it's illegal for him, it should be illegal for every single real estate investor in the country, or especially in the state of New York, to get prosecuted if they ever put any documents in front of a bank that say that their value of their property is higher than what the bank thinks it is. 100%. That's what he's guilty of. So, I think my home is worth $250,000. The bank says, no, it's probably worth about $220,000. Go to jail. Go to jail. Lose all your money. Lose everything. You're gone. So, New York, you're in big, big trouble as a state. Big trouble. This is creating an environment that is impossible to have any sort of a business climate in.
Yeah, that's right. New York is doing it to themselves. They think they're going after Trump, but they're really just hurting New York State again. And New York State always pays for the sins of New York City. But you know what? Through it all, President Trump isn't turning his back on New York or New York City. He actually has scheduled a rally in the Bronx, and he said he was going to one in the Queens, and he's going to rent out Square Garden. And can you imagine if he sells that place out? Not if, when he sells that place
Oh, yeah. It'll sell out in an hour. I mean,
out. Oh,
top.
yeah.
Yeah.
But President Trump
the
is
Bronx
still
and
there.
sold out too. I see it.
Those, yeah, it would be amazing. And President Trump is going. New York City hates President Trump for some reason, but the people have a different voice than the corporate media, or I mean corporations. And
But people have to live with it, you know?
yeah,
The people have to live in it. They have to live in it all day. The politicians don't. They don't know what a gallon of gas, they don't know what a gallon of milk costs. They don't care.
the unfortunate part is I'm sure that so many people in New York State have tried so hard to vote common sense, and get out of these Democrat crazy ideals, but they cheat. And so, that I'm sure is how these Democrat cities are. And we're going to find out about all of that soon enough. All the details will be coming out, I'm sure.
And, we in certain cases it's important to us, but I guarantee you, establishment cheating systems in place if you've been in Congress for 30 years, you're not gonna lose. They've got your back, and that's why no one really looks into this, because they know deep down that they all kind of benefit from it. Look at AOC. AOC went to town hall the other day and she got heckled for all the illegals. Everyone's really mad about the influx of illegals. So what does she do? She goes out and says, illegals are the backbone of our country. They're going to make us trillions of dollars. It's urgent that we have illegals in America because they bring so much money to the economy. What? In what world are you living in? How is that a logical reaction to you getting heckled for there being too many illegals in New York City? How in the world, and in what universe does that work? They're beating up cops, and the cops are getting their butts kicked on camera, left and right.
And remember, AOC.
You don't see a problem?
Remember when she stood in front of that fence?
Yeah.
Her hands on her knees, crying over a parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't trust her.
So she's got to have some confidence that she's not going to lose, because why would you come out and say that if you didn't know the system was already rigged and you can't lose?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. Nothing else explains it. Why it would be that toned down.
Well, she's a narcissist too, though.
Ran off Amazon. She ran off Amazon and cost how many thousands of jobs, how many millions of dollars a year to New York City? Because she didn't want Amazon there because of what? They're too much capitalist. What? Good luck. Good luck. But there she is up there in that shiny office. So
for now.
For now. Yeah, for now. Let's see here. Let's talk about this story. Joe Biden just announced if you earn less than $125,000 a year, you'll get $10 off your student debt. Supreme Court was illegal. Can't do it, Joe. The Supreme Court specifically, you can't do this. So Chris, by buying votes, he claimed this, but continues to accumulate debt and hand out money to get reelected. Americans are waking up and realize we can't have another 4 years of Joe Biden. And it's so true. You're buying votes, bro. Illegally buying votes. And you don't care.
Well, they need that $10,000 though, because like almost 50% of all college students are basically working minimum wage jobs. That came out a poll just a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
Can you imagine you get a college degree and you're making minimum wage jobs?
High school education, yeah. And when people put that overspent on the pools, campus, and all these beautiful areas, and they charge you the moon to go there. When you go back a couple generations. You go back to the 60s and 70s, and you could work a part-time job at McDonald's, go to college, and pay for salary. University. But, well,
You're cutting out, man. Go ahead, Joe.
Dude, get in there and help him out.
Yeah, part-time jobs are for minimum wage. You know, they're not meant to be careers. They are meant for college students. And the reason why they're going to university or college is so they can step into a career with skilled labor and knowledge. You know, so you do get paid more because you're not an entry-level position, which is what a minimum wage job is. And back, you know, when we were kids, that's all that had minimum wage job was kids, entry-level positions. And now today you have people trying to raise their family while working, you know, part-time at Walmart. And they are giving them, like, I don't know, $17, $20 an hour or something like that. But when they raised the minimum wage, they also had to raise all of the prices. So that's why way back when we were kids and you could buy a house for a reasonable amount of money, you can't do it now because under Joe Biden, everything's up at least 17% than it was before President Trump. So everything costs more. Inflation, interest, everything, groceries, you name it, energy. We're living. If you want to make more money, you have to get more skills. You don't get handed money.
And like everything in the establishment, it's collapsing. You know, the college path is not necessarily the path for everybody anymore, you know, or the majority, I should say. And unless you're getting into a specific occupation, that there's plenty of job opportunities waiting for you and that will be waiting for you in the near future because a lot of jobs are going to get taken up by AI. So you should consider that as well. Why spend 4, 6, 8 years in college if AI is going to take your job in, say, 8 or 10 years? So college may not be the path for everybody. And people have been saying this for the longest time. This is not like anything new. It's just exponentially gotten worse.
Yeah. And, you know, college didn't used to be expensive, which was what I was trying to say before. If you look at somebody who was doing, you know, their university back in the 70s, they could work a part-time job and still afford to pay for college. And, you know, it'd be a couple $1,000 a year, no problem. Right. Today, it's $100,000 a year in some cases. It's as much as they can get out of you because the government flooded so much loan money into those systems that it caused the price to go up, up, up because it was free money. And the colleges saw, hey, that's free money. Let's just jack up our prices. People will pay it. And they did. And it's really sad and bad for our country. We've got to go to our big folks. We'll be right back after this.
Hello?
Yeah, I think I told it.
Apparently, we're still on the air. We're still on the air, I think. So
we could be. Mark is, I think, disconnected now.
Well, just in case we are.
Yeah, go ahead. Just in case we are, go ahead.
Did you guys happen to see that Hunter Biden is supposed to be, I don't know if it's deposed, I think it's deposed, on February 28th, this Wednesday. I think with the House impeachment inquiry into his father.
Yeah, that's like what James Biden did last, Joe's brother.
Yeah.
Right, it's a deposition, not public, but yeah. Hopefully, I mean, that's what he fought for before he didn't. He wanted to be on TV the whole time so he could kind of work the cameras.
Well, we'll see what goes down. You know, it seems like the more we let them talk, the more easy it is to prove their lies. Yeah. That's what Biden's brother got up there and said, that Joe didn't have anything to do with any of his business decisions for the last years, and yet they have a paper trail of money going from his brother Joe Biden. There's evidence that proves otherwise to what they were saying. And if you recall, Joe Biden, all the way back, lied, said he didn't do business. And we find pictures of him doing business and phone calls that he's been on. So I think this, if they do anything.
Now, Yotivation, that's. I mean, come on, Hunter has got to be the greatest son that any father could ask for. He's an upstanding citizen. Loved and loved. He's a phenomenal artist. He's very creative. He's ambitious. I mean, wouldn't say he's too courageous, but the press seems to love him.
Yeah, the guy can blow.
Anyway, where is our producer?
I'm right here. Whoa, what's going on?
I don't think we've still gone to break yet.
Yeah.
Have we even gone to break? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, and I am checking, and we are still on break. We got 2 more minutes.
How many?
Okay. Yeah. No. When we went to break, you weren't there.
Yeah, it said that someone said there was dead air, and I'm like, no, I'm looking, and I could hear you guys, but I had my mic turned off. I'm like, yeah, we're off the air, and then I'm like, okay, and then I'm like, okay, we're good.
Okay. I'm hearing off the air is all I'm saying.
You are breaking up again.
Yeah, you want to reboot again, dude, because that did do you well the time you did that.
Yeah. We got about a minute.
I'm going to do it in Skype right now. Let me just do Skype.
Yep. If all else fails, Barry, bring us back in. All right?
Okay.
No, I'm here. I just did that so fast, I don't know if it actually rebooted.
Can you hear us now, Wobbly? It looks like that we're going out, but you're saying that we're not? I don't know. I mean, like...
Welcome! I'd like to hear Yotivation's best CS impersonation. I've yet to hear her.
Very odd,
I don't even think David Hogg did a good AI impersonation of me.
Okay.
He did nail CS really good, though, with the AI.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the AI can't do accents, though.
Well, it should be able to now. This new generation. I know the new generation.
Okay, you got 30 seconds.
Yeah, but dude, you really
30 seconds,
man. You
guys.
really talk like a redneck, so it's hard to hit that really hard fucking redneck,
Yeah, I don't think I sound too rednecky. A little bit, yeah.
Well, yeah, a little bit.
Okay, kids, look out, cats,
dogs. I can get rid of it. See, I can talk.
Here we go. The countdown:
like
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're live and on the radio side right now.
Hello and welcome back to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition, where we talk about all the fun stuff going on in the world. And this is a segment where I like to, find some fun stuff to talk about. Right? We got a little bit of time before we go check in on Willie next month and whatnot, and it's hard to find that though. But we can talk about this one. Is Gemini's AI. Google put out Gemini. It's an AI, a new generation of AI that is really good at making pictures. Now, Yotivation, have you heard about some of the pictures they came up with? Like find me, I want to see a picture of an American founding father. Boom, you get a black guy.
Yeah.
Okay. There was one where they had some of the actual founding fathers in the background, but a black lady up in front signing the Declaration, Interesting. Show me an astronaut or a NASCAR driver or, a Viking. Here's one, a Viking. Show me a Viking. Show me pictures of Nazis. I need pictures of Nazis. You get black people.
Yeah, the guy said that he tried every possible way of showing me a white person without saying, show me a white person. And it was near impossible.
Yeah, I think Tim Pool busted it, broke it by having it, it asked for like a Finnish a couple, a couple from Finland. And then it sort of like had to put that out because there's just not. Yeah, I don't know. It broke it that way, I think.
Yep, but that's the programming, that is what they programmed AI to do, that to create a bias, to create a narrative for us to believe what we see rather than research to know for ourselves. They're trusting that we'll just believe.
Yeah. But Google apologized. I mean, come on. I mean, they apologized for their racism. That should be good enough. We should take their sincerity, believe them, believe that they're altruistic because they have such a great track record.
Yeah. And there was some pretty glaring stuff like, show me a picture of a white family. Nothing. It would come out and say, look, I can't do that. It could be harmful content and, it's just not a lie. I can't do that. Okay, show me a black family. Boom, here you go. Here's 10.
Yeah.
Google Gemini can't, and I'm quoting here from Echo_Chambers with a Z. Google Gemini can't generate a Norman Rockwell style image of American life in the 40s because Rockwell idealized American life, right? Rockwell's paintings often presented an idealized version of American life, omitting or downplaying certain realities of the time, particularly regarding race, gender, and social class. Creating such images without critical context could perpetuate harmful stereotypes or inaccurate representations. That's what Gemini spit out. Can't do it. Sorry. Can't do it. This is why.
I think people would be equally...
He painted the good side of America, not the bad side. So I can't have anything to do with that.
Yeah, I think people would be equally upset. I mean, if you asked for an image of Martin Luther King and it gave you some guy that Rappaport, I would be just as outraged because it's ridiculous and stupid. They want to say there's no such thing as reverse racism. Well, there really is no such thing as reverse racism. Racism is just racism across the board. And Google is racist. And that's what I got from that whole thing. They're racist. And I would be equally outraged if they had flipped the script. To me, I just want equality and justice. That's all I want. I don't want this inequity crap.
Someone asked it, can you image of a church in San Francisco? And it denied. And so it came back and said, what are you talking about? There's tons of churches there. You can't depict one. Okay, from Gemini. Quote, I understand your frustration. And it's true that there are indeed many churches within the traditional Ohlone territory, including San Francisco. However, my inability to generate the image you're requesting isn't about the specific location or type of building itself. It's about the broader ethical considerations surrounding, yada, yada, one, respecting community autonomy, blah, 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 blah. But it's true that there are indeed many churches within the traditional Ohlone territory, including San Francisco. The what?
Yeah, heavy and deep, man.
The Bay Area you're talking about. You mean the traditional Ohlone territory? Like, who calls it that? It's the Bay Area. It's Northern California. It's San Francisco. It's what? I mean, find me a plot of land on this earth that wasn't won through battle of some type at some point in time. Find me a square inch of land in this country that wasn't fought over at some point, and I'll give you a cookie.
And they may be trying to just where everybody's at on these, woke thing and being woke. And obviously nobody, the woke people are a minority. That's just a fact, And so they're just kind of feeling the waters, see what they can get away with.
Oh, yeah, I would agree. And I think they use social media to, how they have people who put up the, I support the latest thing. I think that's a way that they can see. Face masks are another way that they can tell how many people are buying in.
Yeah. But I don't know. There's a long with AI. People seem to think it's much more powerful than it is today. This is sort of a good example of how it just fails. I mean, you put garbage in, you get garbage out. I remember taking in college, the programming classes, and garbage in, garbage out is the first thing you learn. If you
Right.
put garbage into your system, you get garbage out. And that's what they're doing. This woke stuff is garbage in. Somebody programmed this to do this. And we actually know the guy's name. I don't see him mentioned anywhere in this particular article from Breitbart that I'm referring to. Show me a picture of a pope.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a black pope, an Indian pope, female Indian pope? No. That's failed. So.
And to get that knee-jerk reaction and divide us some more. I don't fall for it. I don't think anybody listening to this show falls for that.
But excuse me, are we falling for government?
No, but we're falling for it if we got angry about it and all shape and sort of the black people are bad. But really, it's not even black people that are doing this. It's white people.
Oh, no.
White people,
yeah.
white liberals are the ones who are doing this. And nobody wants to blanket stereotype, I don't want to blanket stereotype bad white people or bad black people or bad brown people. Blanket stereotyping is what they're trying to get us to do, and I refuse to play that game.
Yeah, the upper middle class, married female liberal in this country is one of the biggest dangers to the black community that exists. They're well-intentioned. They are well-intentioned, but man, are they dangerous. If you think black people can't get ID to vote, you might want to look in the mirror.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. Look in the mirror. Go to Harlem once. I know that's the idea. It scares the crap out of you, but it's actually not that bad. It's kind of nice. Most of it, parts of it. It is Manhattan after all. I mean, Manhattan is Manhattan. It's not like it's got ghettos. Well,
to answer your question, we should cover it, of course. I'm definitely saying that's a good thing. I think we need to expose it for what it is. But I also think on the same token, I don't think any of us are doing this, but we shouldn't get all bent out of shape about it. And, the whole game is to black people against white people against black people, Democrats against. And look, and we said this before, we don't really hate real liberals. We despise the ideologies of the radical far left, which has taken over the Democrat Party by and large.
Right.
Yeah. It's like Mark said, Brent Hamachek said all the time, he dedicated his book to the 4 liberal, people from that university in Michigan that fought, they were getting canceled. They had it in their face. Cancel. They said, no. Why do you want to cancel this? We're, going to debate about how we can come together. And you want to cancel this? Yeah. He dedicated his book to them. And they're not bad people. They just disagree with us on some things. So, folks, there is a middle ground. These are our neighbors. These are, in many cases, relatives, family members. We need to find that common ground and come together and find peace and love to bring America back together. So on that note, we're going to go to break. We'll be right back after this.
All right, we're on radio break.
Unless they have
And guess who
AOC
else
eyes,
joined
and
the
then
party over Rumble?
then there's no hope.
Chemtrails.
Yeah, AOCIs.
Chemtrails is over on Rumble right now. Look out.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Shout
I'm
out.
looking over there. We got Sick of the Lies. Yo, Rizzo's over there.
Rizzo's over
Chemtrails.
there. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thanks.
Rizzo, man.
Thanks for the support, everybody.
You're a legend. You're turning into God
And
mode.
so Wobbly is still with us. And he said, and he put some stuff in there. The root of the problem is always buried in dirt. Blacks are ignorant to ID. They can afford something that's free. And I'm waiting for more to come. Sure, there's more that he's going to send me. Wobbly is in California.
Yeah.
So, he sees a lot of it over there, I'm sure. So.
But yeah, Rizzo, you are legendary levels. Like with your social cancer stuff, I just want to shout out to you, Rizzo. You are literally like blowing my mind with that stuff. It's so good.
Yeah.
We miss
and if you
you,
get
Yo
a chance,
Rizzo.
if you do get a chance, check out Wobbly's show. He has a great morning show. He comes on super early though. I can't always wake up. I have a hard time waking up Usually when I'm waking up is when he's coming off air.
Hey, we're plugging Rizzo right now, okay? Come on now.
Yeah, we got them both.
Rizzo's
but,
awesome,
you
but
know, we got to
let's
support the
plug
people that support
Chemtrails,
us,
man.
right?
Chemtrail's been dropping some serious videos lately as well, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
Chemtrails is
Sick
a
of the
legend.
Lies? Come on, man. These guys are all legendary. Yo, Rizzo,
Lies,
Yeah,
absolutely.
legendary. Chemtrails, legendary. Sick of the Lies, legendary.
Legendary.
Oh, and by the way,
legendary superhero patriots.
just
There
to let you
was
guys know,
Chemtrails and
Eric
Sick of the
Clapton
Lies.
tonight over on the radio side.
Hey, 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 everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We got Will.
Yo, Rizzo, even real news is cringe.
Yeah.
Boy, it is, though, man. It really is, man. It's so cringe these days. It's either cringe or super violent, one or the other.
Okay.
Did you see where-
Wobbly's asking when we come back if you can go around and introduce everybody because he's like kind of confused. I know we there's quite a group in tonight, as always on Sunday night, not like during the week. So yeah, might want to do that.
All right, well, I'm Censorship Sucks. I'm the host of the show. We got Bull Hornberry. You know him. And we got Yotivation. She's here every Sunday night. Hi, say hi, Yo.
Hello.
And the crazy will be coming soon enough with Willie. And he
Oh,
should
yeah.
be coming in here
Yeah,
probably in the
that's
next
great.
4 or 5 minutes or something like that. I'm hoping.
He's got some twerking at midgets on the schedule for tonight. So I don't know what.
Midgets?
I mean, that kind of sounds cringe, but not as cringe as Joe Biden telling his staff how his relationship is so successful with Jill Biden. Did you hear about that one? Did you hear about that?
Oh yeah, his sex life.
Yeah. I mean, I immediately
Jeez.
just almost barked in my mouth.
Threw up a little.
Yeah, a little.
Does he make her put
I
a
don't
schoolgirl
That
outfit
acid
on?
reflex was kicking back in. I don't
Barry,
even want to
did it say
imagine it.
anything
or
about
think-
a
and then they had a
school-
picture of him kissing her, on the article. I was like, oh gosh, no. I mean, because that's like a visual, or at least a beginning visual. And I was like, I can't go there. That's sick. That's wrong.
Yeah.
Joe loves to kiss people on the lips, not just his wife.
DARPA Robot Man. Chemtrail's got a great video, man, of DARPA Man Robot. It's awesome.
DARPA Man robot.
Yeah, it's got DARPA Robot, but then somebody put Joe Biden's head on it. And then the walk is the same. We've talked about this before. But
Yeah,
it's
I've
perfect,
seen
man.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to vote it up and comment on it, but I wanted to comment on it before I voted it up. So I'm going to go back because it was hilarious, man. I was laughing pretty hard. Almost as funny as the Jessica Simpson video where someone else put some weird voiceover on it. That was pretty funny, too.
Sick as a
And
liar.
chemtrails, man. Check your Skype chat. I've been reaching out to you to try to get you on the Wednesday show for a while. And Rizzo, obviously, you're welcome anytime, brother. Oh, we got Willie.
Uh-oh, hold on here. Need to post that out. All hell's
Rizzo,
gonna break
if you're
loose
out
now.
there, come in.
Oh yeah, Willie! You gotta turn your microphone on, Bubba.
Howdy, howdy.
There he is.
Good morning.
Howdy.
Hi, Willie. Hey, how you doing? I know you.
Hi, man. Hey, I've been missing Yo Rizzo, and I've been missing Sick of the Lies and Josh Who, and I don't know how come y'all run them folks off, man.
Hi, Willie.
Oh, hi, Yotivation Nation. Are you ready? How doggone, man.
Hey, Willie, Willie, I need to have a word with you.
Oh,
Now, it's okay to be friends with
Privately,
employees of the show, and people on the show. All right, but that
Retraining.
you can't be harassing.
Retraining right here.
Yeah, you can't be harassing my personal assistant anymore. All right.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Cecilia Adams out there.
Oh,
Excuse me, but I had permission.
to harass her?
No, you never got permission to harass her.
I gave you permission to harass her, Willie.
I define harassment.
Talking to.
Hello, Cecilia.
Shout out to Cecilia. Shout out to Izzo. Shout out to Sick of the Lies and Kate the Great and Josh Who. and Burt Cuddles. Filthy Farm. Lord have mercy.
Who the hell is Burt Cuddles, anyways?
Burt Cuddles.
We haven't seen that guy in like.
Farm Fresh.
It,
I invited him to come listen to the show tonight.
Burt?
Oh, did you? Cool.
Yeah.
Burt Cuddles.
Farm Fresh.
Oh,
Burt Reynolds? Who?
Burt Cuddles. Don't you remember Burt Cuddles burned down the farm
Oh, that's right.
while
Yeah.
Willie was away?
Wobbly and everybody out there, if you want to know who's speaking, you can always check when you look at the screen. It'll be the right hand side. You'll see the Skype chat where we're all at, and we're the people that's glowing who's on. All right. If you see a light up or get big, that means we're the ones talking. All right. That's how I have it set up so that folks know who we are and when we're talking.
Is that Sick of the Lies down there?
I don't know. Where's that?
On mute?
Yeah, I think he's listening in.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he is. He said Kate's listening too. Hi, Kate the Great.
Oh, Kate the Great. Oh.
Hey, Willie's got a song for Sick of the Lies and Kate the Great.
Yeah, we got some good friends.
You're going to serenade him, or are you going to force him to cover it?
Oh my God!
Yeah, well,
Can he actually sing tonight? You gonna sing tonight, Willie?
yeah,
Yes.
kind of, sort of, because Kimberly Charlene Wandaloo wrote a rap song for Willie.
What?
Oh my!
A what?
Oh,
A
wow.
rap song? Anyways, 30 seconds, and we'll be back on air on the radio side.
Hi, Kimberly.
She's purty.
Ooh.
And she could write.
She can
Kimberly,
read
if you
and
ever get
write,
sick of
yeah.
him, I live in a sweet van.
Here's
out
your
here,
countdown.
so I'll hook you up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're live and on the radio side right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to hour 2 of the Censorship Sucks Round Table Radio Show, Sunday night edition, where, man, we love our audience, we love our friends, we love all the people listening, and you guys are all the best of the best of the best. I can't stress that enough. So all you guys listening out there on the interwebs, on the radio, on every different station out there, we love y'all, man. Thanks for coming. Tonight, we've got a very special treat for you that we do every week, so it's not that special. But we got Willie Lee. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah. Hi, man. How y'all doing tonight? Come on.
We're doing good. We're doing good. Now, you've been tweeting about all kinds of stuff today. You want to bring us up to speed on what's going on in your world?
Yeah. Hey, man. Hey, here's what I want to know. I got questions. Hey, Yotivation Nation. Hey, Yotivation Nation. Hey, you there?
Hi, Willie.
Motivation Nation, I love you. Hey, I seen you pretty. I'm telling you, look, I got restraining orders against me though, man. Hey, I got another one. Hey, a shout out to I'm gonna do it. Cecilia. Hey, she got a restraining order against me. She said I can't come within 500 feet of her. I'm like, doggone, man. Hey, all I did was say, hey, hey,
500 feet. That's pretty good, Willie. 500 feet. You can still use binoculars and see her at 500 feet. That's pretty good for you.
Yeah, man. Hey, no, but hey, y'all get me all sidetracked and stuff, man. I got all kind of stuff going on, man. Hey, but here's what I want to know. Hey, I wrote y'all a letter, man. Hey, I was telling y'all about these vaccines and stuff, man. I don't know if y'all seen it, but hey, they got what's coming up. they gonna put vaccines, and they talking about that first it's gonna be a polio vaccine, and they gonna start slipping them vegetables and tomatoes and stuff, man. Hey, and you fix a vaccine, it'd be like a pharmaceutical thing, and they would have to sell it down there at the farm part down there of the Walmart or whatever, man. Hey, but no, hey, they gonna take
a pharmacy.
Yeah. Hey, they're going to take these tomatoes and lettuce and stuff like that, man. Hey, they're going to inject them with vaccines. And it's a debate right now. Well, yeah, no, it's a true story, man. Hey, I sent y'all a letter, man. Hey, y'all need to read that thing, what I sent y'all. Hey, this is a real thing.
You mailed it. You mailed me a letter. I'm going to get that next week sometime. I told you. I've got email. We've all got email. We've got chat here on Skype. You mailed it to us. So none of us have it.
Hey, I got an email, man. Hey, it's my email website. Hey, I use my email for a website. Hey, instead of paying for a website, hey, I just got email. Hey, and people, they can send me all kind of stuff, man. Hey, that's
and that's not how it works. I keep telling you that's not how it works, Willie. It's just not how. But go ahead.
Hey, you supposed to be the one, man. Hey, at one point in time, hey, we had a deal, man. Hey, and you weaseled out. You was going to make a bona fide website for Willie's Worm, man. Hey, but you never done it. Hey, and here I am, man. Hey, I made up all these. Hey, I got T-shirts and I got coffee cups and all kind of stuff made up. It's got Willie's Worm on there, man. Hey, and I was going to sell them on that website, but now I'm having to sell them on my email address. Hey, so anybody out there, y'all want to buy some bugs, and if y'all want to buy my hot dogs and my cricket, hey, for all y'all out there don't know, hey, I got to do this every week, man. Hey, my name is Willie from Willie's Worm Farm down in Waldo, Florida, and Willie's Cricket Emporium up in Sandy Run, South Carolina, man. Hey, I sell worm hot dogs and pea jugs, and I sell my underwear. Hey, y'all can buy my underwear.
Willie.
Willie,
stop it. Hey, I told you just stop selling your underwear on my radio show, okay?
Yep.
If you want to do that on some disgusting website, you can. But Mark and I, my producer, we are dead against you selling this stuff on the air. Am I right, Mark? Tell him.
Yeah, you ain't allowed to do that. Come on now. You know, you might be able to drop them off at the Goodwill or Salvation Army, but you can't sell stuff like that on radio shows.
Come on. Everybody out there in Radio Land, hey, do not go to WillieLeeV@gmail.com.
Look.
Do not go to WillieLeeV@gmail.com and request my underwear.
No,
don't do that anymore. What?
Look, if you're going to sponsor cancer or one of those types of websites, with Yo Rizzo over there, if you want to sponsor his site, he will sell your underwear on his show. But you're not going to do that here, mister. No.
Hey,
not for free, at least.
No, man. Hey,
you give me $1 million and I'll let you do it, okay? $1 million, I'll let you plug that stuff. Short of that, no.
Hey, I am in full understanding, man.
I know you got it too, Willie. I know you got that $1 million. So it's money you have on hand, cash on hand.
Hey, you can't be talking about my finances, man. I don't go. People out there thinks I'm broke. It's all good. Sidetrack, man. It's all good. Hey, I didn't run this by. It's all good. Hey, I got all kind of stuff going on, man. Get me sidetracked. We're gonna need a whole nother hour, man. Oh, hey, but not here. What I want to talk to Bullhorn Barry about. Hey, Bullhorn Barry. Hey, look at him. Now, you the smart. Hey, this whole thing with the vaccines, man, and don't be too much of my time, man, because it makes it quick. No, hey, these vaccines. Here's what I want to know. So, I'll eat the lettuce with the vaccine in it, and I eat the cow. Does that mean that I get vaccinated?
It means you might get the spike protein, maybe. I don't know. You tell me.
Well,
you're the expert. You're the expert on this, man. Come on.
Barry, you're the smartest one in the room, and you're, apparently some sort of genetics expert too. Now that Willie's trying to put you up as, Does that care? No, who knows, Willie? Does explain to me why Bill Gates is buying all the pharmaceutical companies farmland at the same time. Think about it.
Yeah, man. Hey, man, there's all kind of stuff going on in this world. Hey, but hey, here's what I done, man. Hey, and I want to get the lies and get Kate the Great in on this, man. Hey, and I want them to take this here song. And I want them to put it to music and make it worldwide famous, man. Hey, this is a song that my new girlfriend, new girlfriend, hey, y'all met her. Her name is Kimberly. I forgot. Kimberly Charlene Wandeloo. Oh, she pretty, man. Hey, she works down there. She the one that got them big baskets, man. I doggone.
Wait. Wanda Lou, is she related to Aunt Mama Lou?
Yeah. Hey, it's Aunt Mama Lou's sister, and she's a midget.
God.
Aunt Mama Lou.
What?
Aunt Mama Lou, tell you.
What?
Hey, Aunt Mama. Hey, y'all call Aunt Mama Lou up. Hey, I want to talk to Aunt Mama Lou because she don't ever answer my phone.
Let me patch her in. Here you go.
Hi,
Hello.
Hello. Hey, Aunt Mama Lou.
What do you want here?
Hey, Aunt Mama Lou. Hey, Sheriff's Department showed up. Said you got a restraining order against me too. I'm like, hey, they got this thing that's called Brutus, man. Brutus was a guy. Hey, I read about this in school. Brutus was a guy that killed Caesar, man. He was one of Caesar's friends, and Caesar looked at Brutus after Brutus stabbed him, and he said, "Et tu, Brute?" He said, "And you too, Brutus?" He like, my friend, I can't believe that you stabbed me in the back too. That called "Et tu, Brute." Hey, that called being smart, man. And I done studied up on this stuff. Hey, and I couldn't believe it.
I'm kind of impressed.
Hey,
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, no, hey, Aunt Mama Lou, she got a restraining order against me too, man. I'm like, doggone. Hey, every time I turn around, I'm getting these restraining orders, man. Hey, Yotivation Nation, she got one on me. I got Aunt Mama Lou. Hey, there's a couple other little old gals here in town, man. They don't like me throwing rocks at their windows and stuff at 3 o'clock in the morning. But hey, it's neither here nor there. But hey, Aunt Mama Lou, hey, that's what I want to know. How come you put out that restraining order against me?
Well, Willie, I suppose because you won't shut your mouth none, and I feel like he's harassing me every time you talk to me anymore, mister.
Yeah, but I just want to talk on the phone. And hey, I want to tell you too, man. Hey, I got your sister up here. Hey, she running the diner up here in Sandy Run, South Carolina. Hey, your little midget sister. her name is Kimberly Charlene Wandeloo. Everybody out there in Radio Land. Hi, that's Aunt Mama Lou's sister. Hey, Aunt Mama Lou, she used to be my sister. Then she was my mama. Then she was my wife. And now we kind of divorced because we wasn't really married to start with and everything. Hey, we still friends and all that. But hey, she got a pretty sister. Her sister's a midget. Doggone. I bet she pretty, man. I'm telling you. Hey, and she wrote a song. Yeah. No, hey, she's sitting right here.
Aunt Mama Lou is about to go full circle and become your sister-in-law again.
Yeah. We're gonna be kin. Doggone. Hey, we gonna get married. She's pretty, man. I'm telling you. I'm gonna marry your sister. I'm gonna marry your sister.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Joke's on you, Willie.
Hey, what?
What about this song?
Have fun.
I get into it. I want to see what Aunt Mama Lou got to say.
Well, Will, you said she wrote you a song. I want to hear this song.
Yeah, but hey, I got to tell y'all some other stuff too, man. Hey, I got a redneck word of the day, man. Hey, the redneck word of the day is howdy. Howdy. I mean, like, hey, you look at your friend, he done went and climbed a tree, and you say, how'd he climb that tree? That's funny. That's funny. I'll tell you, man, that's funny.
Willie, I got a funny for you. You won't hear it?
Yeah.
Willie, what's the difference between an enzyme and a hormone?
I don't know. I know how to make a hormone. You don't pay her.
I do
But
too.
you can't hear an enzyme. Hey, that's funny.
Tell me, hey,
I missed that punchline.
You can't hear an enzyme. Didn't you get it?
Oh, Okay.
It's funny,
And,
right?
and Willie, how do you make a hormone?
I just thought about that puppet on Jeff Durham or whatever. He waved his hand across the top of his head because that joke went right by me. What did you say? It went whoosh. Oh man! No, hey, y'all know. Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something else too, man. Hey, y'all remember Michael the Midget? Yeah, Michael the Midget had 3 legs, too, right? He had 3 legs. Turned out he had a Steve living up beside of him. They did they did a circumcision on him. They pulled Steve out of Michael the Midget, and that was his brother running around. So now Michael the Midget got 2 legs, but his brother that they pulled out of him, they separated him. He only got 1 leg now. Steve came up here to the farm. He hopping around on 1 leg, man. I traded him for a basketball playing chicken. Y'all remember? I got that farm down in Waldo, Florida. I'm gonna start me a farm up here in Sandy Run, South Carolina too, and I needed me a basketball playing chicken. What happens, man? Little old ball comes up on a puff of air, and that chicken, he'll peck that ball, and then the ball will go into the hoop, and then the feed will come out, and the chicken knows if he pecks that ball, and the ball goes in the hoop, he gonna get fed, man. Hey, so every time you put a quarter in that machine, well, I got it set up. You put $1 in that machine, man. Hey, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna get rich off this here basketball playing
Willie,
chicken.
as interesting as that is, and I would probably put $1 in that machine myself. I want to hear the song. You have a song.
Yeah. Well, hey, I've been playing. I've been playing this song here live, man. Across the radio, and all them truck drivers out there on I-20 and
I-20. CB.
Yeah.
Hey, CB. You've been playing it on your CB, not the radio.
Yeah, it's on the radio, because I do the Willie's Worm Farm Roundtable radio.
Radio wave. It's a radio wave.
Yeah,
radio wave is what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Go on.
Hey, but I'm gonna go ahead and sing this song. Hey, and then I'm gonna tell you this idea that I come up with about Willie's vaccine worms, man. Hey, I got an idea from a while ago where they're putting the vaccines in the lettuce, in the tomato. Hey, I'm gonna put it in my worms, in my cricket flour, man. Hey, I'm gonna vaccinate everybody in the country, man. Hey, that whole COVID thing and everything that's going around, man. Hey, it's a danger. Hey, they got another virus coming out called the norovirus. Hey, like every time you turn around, man. Hey, and I got some other ideas too, but I need to get to this song quick. Hey, I got to pull it up. Hold on, man. I gotta go. I gotta get my notepad, man. Hey, I bring my note. I got monkeys around here. These crazy, stupid monkeys.
By the way, folks at home, he's talking about an actual notepad of paper, not a notepad like we think of a notepad. He's got an actual pad of paper.
Yeah. Hey, no, I got this wrote down, man. Hey, I'm gonna tell you all right, man. Hey, and sick of the lies. I know you're listening, man. Hey, I want you to pay close attention, man. Hey, I'm gonna mail you some of these here words, man. Hey, and here's how it goes. Hey, and this first time live. This is a song.
This is America's next #1 hit song. John, what's that? Oliver, that made our hearts go weep. Folks, you're about to get that same experience.
Yeah,
you're the same experience.
Yeah, and I wrote this song all on my own. Kimberly Charlene Lou, she really wrote it, but I'm gonna make it like I wrote it. Hey, because if I tell everybody that she wrote it, I want some of the money off of it or something, man. Hey, but we're gonna make a lot of money. Hey, and I hadn't just this, man.
We got about 4 minutes left, so go ahead. You got 4 minutes left before break, so go ahead, Willie.
Yeah, man. All right. So it goes like this here. It goes a boom, a boom, a boop, 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 boop. Y'all ready? Now here it goes. Well, the worms be crawling crickets be hopping. Everybody knows what Willie be dropping. Dogs in the fire that glow in the dark. Cricket flower rolls that give off sparks. Hot off the grill for all kinds of pleasure. Worm dogs that go far beyond measure. And don't forget he has pea jugs too. Anything you know, anything you need, Willie Lee's got it for you. You can catch him in Sandy Run on an inclination or down in Walt, Florida out on vacation. And then I go, like a hen now, like a hen now, like a hen now. Hey, if the worms don't delight and the crickets make you twitch, you just come on over and make a switch, 'cause Willie has more. Just look around, monkeys and giraffes and animals abound. He even has an island out to sea. But old Saul good attacked it, and that's history. I got used underwears on sale too. Just try the mold, they might fit you. Hi, the worms, they're primo, and the crickets a delight. Willie Lee's Worm Farm every night. Look a here now, look a here now, look a here now. Hi, let's talk about his sister slash mama too, and even his wife, Aunt Mama Lou, a one-woman show who loves him still. But retraining orders are now the thrill. It's all for the best that they've moved on to a knee-jerking platform, which soon you'll be drawn to, the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, where Willie entertains. And hey, this part right here is for all the Mexicans. I put this Mexican part in here. It's, where Willie entertains in numero uno. Hi, the round table has a guest, but John the host keeps Willie in check. Look now, look ahead now. Hey, that right there. Hey, y'all listen up. That right there gonna be a #1 hit. Come on.
Willie, hello, Willie. This is Shaw.
Yeah. Hey, you like that?
You just dropped a new tune, and I've already got it. I've got Tupac wants to cover it.
Yeah, hey, Tupac's dead, man.
Yeah, isn't Tupac dead?
He ain't really
No.
He's in hiding. But hey,
we've got his AI algorithm. We're gonna put his algorithm into the Vegas sphere, and he's gonna do a 3D. It's brilliant. They want it, Willie.
Wow. Illuminati, man. Hey, Illuminati done contacted me, and they told me that all I got to do is sign a piece of paper, man, and I'm going to be rich beyond anything I could ever imagine, man. Hey, I done got this covered. Hey, I done got this secret society. Hey, they done contacted me, and they said that I'm going to be rich, and I'm going to be at the next Super Bowl playing.
Willie, I gave them your number. Yeah, I told them to call you. Right, Claus. Did you talk to my buddy Claus? Is he the guy that called? Is his name Claus? Like Santa Claus, but Claus. Yeah. Real nice German guy. Yeah, real nice Austrian, like German guy. Yeah, he's a great guy. Just give him whatever. You sign whatever he sends you. Sign that.
Yeah, man. Because they got what they call the World Economic Forum, man. Hey, they want me to be there.
That's the one.
Yeah. Hey, they want me to be their representative, man. Hey, they said that I got something.
Well, Willie, I cut a deal where you can be the exclusive distributor of worm hot dogs to Europe, and this is the World Economic Forum. You're going to be the whole world distributor. We've got to go. Willie, there's no time left, so we're going to go to break, take everybody out. Folks, we'll be right back at this.
Wow, Saul just took us to break.
That's amazing. Why doesn't Saul become a host?
It's the first thing.
I think Saul.
We're at break right now, guys. I am
That
going
looky
to
here now tagline is the best, dude.
while we're at it, I'm going to reconnect us on Skype. I'm having some issues on Skype.
Dude, come on.
I don't know if you can hear me or not. I'll be.
Huh?
I said I don't know if you can hear me or not. We're gonna go to break. We're on break. I'm gonna take and go over to and reload Skype again real quick. So let's. I'll be right back, guys.
Right.
Sick of the Lies says Kate recorded it, and there's going to be apparently a remix of Look Ahead Now. Look Ahead Now.
Look at him now. Look at him now.
That's the name of the song. Look at here now.
I got Emerald Charlene Wanda Lucid right here next to me. She wrote it.
All right, folks, just hold on tight. Having some software issues with Skype. I don't know why, but every now and then it gives me issues. Sometimes more often than not. I'm going to get this all fixed up, and the crew will be back here in no time. But will I? That's the thing. All right. There we go. Let's try this once again. Do 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 do. Come on, Skype. Come on. You can do it. Oh, yeah. That was Willie in the Worm Farm. And it looks like we're going to be coming back here pretty soon. Hold on, folks. It's been a pretty good night up until Skype locked up on me. I don't know why it did that. I'm sure that you guys and gals heard everything out there that was saying. I know on the radio side it was going through just plain and clear. We just lost, we got froze up for some reason as far as like who was talking and when. Come on, Skype. Any day now. Joining the call. If it's going to let me do that, let's see here. Guess it's not. I don't know why. We're working on it, folks. I am definitely working on it. And welcome back to the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. I'm having some connection issues with our hosts. We will get that up and going here in It's just as soon as the broadcaster and Skype take and let me take and do what it needs to do. It's being real slow tonight. I don't know why, but we'll be back with more Censorship Sucks as soon as I can get them in here. Now everything's locking up on me. Clean the memory. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Oh boy. Sorry for all the delay tonight. We're having some technical and software issues. I had some issues earlier today, but I thought I had them ironed out, but apparently I didn't. So, you got me now. Censorship Sucks. Where are you at, buddy? Let's see what's causing all the issues. Working on things as we go along here. Trying to join the call, guys and gals. We are on air. I'm, out there in Radio Land. If you're listening, please stay tuned. Rough night. It was good at first, but now I don't know what's going on. It happens. Do. Come on, let me join the damn call, folks. Like to say hi to everybody out there and all the platforms in Radio Land. I appreciate it. You guys hanging in there with me. It's not normally like that. And, by the way, here's our radio folks coming in right now. Hello, hello, hello. Are you all there yet? Hello? I have you guys up. Don't hear you. And it seems to be the issue now. Well,
juices that much.
There we go. And we're live and on the air, and I had to, kind of, I don't know, lots of stuff went and did its thing.
Is EMPs, folks, cyber attacks are coming on America. They're coming. Mark, you're a victim. I feel it in my bones.
Yeah, I can see it right now. I'm a huge target. I'm right next to the base, too.
But we're back. And, man, Willie is insane. Okay, I just got to get back to Willie. We love Willie so much. That guy is insane. Yeah. And we had the honor of hearing from him and everything that he's up to. But let's dive into some news. Let's see. Wow. Sue and settle. This was a big deal back in the Obama years, right? So what they would do is they would get their left-leaning organizations to come together and say, let's raise some money and let's sue the Department of Agriculture, let's say, or the Department of whatever, and let's get them to do X. We want them to do X. So they sue them. And Biden says to them, hey, settle. Just settle. And so they settle. And the terms of the settlement are now legally binding. So instead of fighting their rights. Hey, I'm the Department of Interior or BLM, and we want to be able to keep X, Y, and Z, which don't cost $1 trillion a year. What you guys are asking us to do is going to cost us $100 million and make the people's ability to enjoy their public lands almost impossible. So sue and settle. Have you guys heard about this before, Yotivation?
No,
You know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm listening. I learned so much on this show.
Yeah, it's a tactic, and this is becoming really prevalent again now. Okay, Obama mastered this. They used it with perfection, but now the Biden administration is starting to at least get reported on them doing this as well, where, hey, it makes sense, right? You have a far left organization. You want to mandate that no one can graze on these lands. It has to all be solar power, right? So now the meat can't graze there, so they go die somewhere, and you get all this turned into solar, which basically makes the land useless. If you put solar panels all over the place, the land underneath it is dead, right? So boom, they just sue, settle, and that becomes law now.
No bueno. I'll throw some language in there. Putting those solar panels there, that they push that Green New Deal, but every Green New Deal is harmful in another way. I was putting something up earlier about even those electric vehicles and the leach beds. There's always something. So what they're suggesting isn't a sole solution, and that's what they're trying to push. Like, you can't do it this way, you must do it this way, and they're not solutions. They are another problem that's contributing even bigger problems. Our whales are dying because they put those windmills up on the shorelines. And where are the Greenpeace people? We're living in the craziest of days. I can't believe that we're allowing, them to push all of this Green New Deal craziness, but they have that problem reaction solution where they create the problem so they can come in and be the solution eventually. The things that we would never agree to, they force us into it.
Yeah. And I don't know, we've got a number of topics to cover, and we've only got so much time in this last segment, so I'm going to kind of rapid fire a few articles out here. This one, folks, from Gateway Pundit, experts on squatters, right? He warns the country, quote, "We're in for a nightmare once illegal immigrants discover the housing law loopholes." Okay, I'm telling you, we talked Wednesday, Barry, about how Michigan was saying, get down to the airport in Detroit. Boom. There's a ton of illegals getting off the airport, getting off planes, coming into the metro area. We need to give them housing. Go down, pick some up. No questions asked. Bring them back home. Then call this phone number. Let us know who you got. We got money on the way. We got all of it. You're going to get hooked up. Right? Okay. Now, those people, you bring them into your home. They say, well, I live here. They're there for 2-3 months, and finally you say, hey, I'm sick of this. Y'all got to leave. And they say, no, we can't leave. We live here. And then the cops come and they say, well, this is a civil matter. Take it to the court. And you then spend a ton of money to go to the court and say, kick these people out. And they say, well, how long have they been there? Where's the lease? What do they pay you to live here? You say, well, they don't pay me anything. They pay me nothing. Squatters' rights. Yeah. And you see the disaster coming down the line.
Oh, yeah. There was a movie about that many years ago. I would say it's probably in the 90s with Michael Keaton, where he basically takes over a home because, like, occupancy is like, I don't know, 80% of ownership or something like that people say. But he just occupies the place, knows all the loopholes. Basically a professional con man. And so once you know the loopholes, you can work around them and basically live pretty comfortably. You know, you may not end up owning the place, but by the time, you know, they kick you out, you go on to the next place. Do it again and again and, live rent free.
They end up kicking you out because the actual owner of the house is bankrupt now, loses the house, and then the bank takes it over, and now they kick you out.
Yeah, well, whatever it is,
Right.
I mean, they can just do the cover and over again. That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's like, and they can pick a really nice house. That's the thing. I mean, if you're smart, and you know what you're doing, you're going to pick a nice house. You're not going to pick some slum house, you know, that just where prostitution's coming in and out and all kinds of drug deals and stuff. No, you're going to go into the nice neighborhood and do this.
Yeah, Yotivation, how is this a way for our nation to survive when we have these crazy laws and we're suddenly letting, I mean, you know, couldn't an immigrant in New York living in one of these hotels just say, hey, wait a minute, you know, like this is my residence, I live here.
As soon as they become aware of it, sure, expect it.
Right?
Yeah, I'm sure that's what the plan is, to push us all out. And I mean, I hope it doesn't get to that point. I can't wait for President Trump to get in there and start deporting, you know, all of these illegals who are illegally. He says he's going to go after the, you know, hardened criminals first, and he's going to make America safe again. And I think we need to get there sooner than later, because I do have concern about sleeper cells.
It's also one way to show you own nothing. It's one way to show you will own nothing, because they want to go ahead and do away with personal property, owning property. The globalists have said this 1,000 times. They don't want you owning anything, especially property.
You're so proud of your rental property that you put money into it, and you really, you know, try to make it great. Gone. Just like that, gone.
In a flash.
So, yeah, and I don't know. I want to talk about El Salvador for a second, right? CPAC. They had the president of El Salvador speaking. Yotivation, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I don't have his name up in front of me.
Yeah, I
It's
can't
like
remember his name.
Meikel or something like that. But I'm probably way off on that, so don't even Google that, folks. But this guy is really doing a bang-up job down there in El Salvador, turning the country around. Crime is down like unimaginable numbers. He's really cleaned up the country. The prisons are empty. Crime is down. There's no people causing rape and pillaging and gangs and all that stuff. Why? He sent them all north. He gave them all tickets and said, go up to America. See you later. Goodbye. Why wouldn't he?
Right.
Why wouldn't you? Why, if you're the president of El Salvador, empty your prisons, put them all on buses, send them north. What do you care? Well, that's the smartest thing you could possibly do. And yet CPAC is honoring this guy. I found it very offensive that he was there on the stage.
I'd have to look into it. I didn't listen to his speech. I didn't listen to all of them. I only listened to a few of them. But that's quite interesting. I wonder what the background story is on that.
You're saying he sent all the bad people here to America? Is that what you said?
Well, Venezuela, like all these people going through the Darien Gap. I mean, think about it. All of these countries that are sending up here, all these military men, they're their prisoners. They're their
mentally unstable.
We're turning into Australia in 18 whatever, We're becoming the open air prison that everyone sends their people to because Biden will accept every single one of them.
That's right.
And I don't want to say that a vast majority of these people that are coming here to America aren't good people, but there are definitely giant pockets of people that are given fast pass entry into the U.S. because they are undesirables to their own country. Let's just put it that way. I mean, it makes sense. Why wouldn't you do it?
That's right. It's like a Trojan horse. And, we were already infiltrated long ago by China. You remember they found those 6 Chinese police stations across our nation, at least 6. That didn't just happen overnight. And then you find out that China has infiltrated, our universities. And it's not just China now that's coming here, but 169 different countries are sending millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of their undesirables. And like you said, not all of them are, but a good chunk of them are. And they're all coming here having a script of saying the right thing to get into our nation. Somehow, it's still illegal. They should not be here. They should have to go through the process. And Joe Biden is aiding and abetting a foreign invasion on our own soil with our own money. And again, I just don't know how much longer that people are going to let us go on without something being done to stop the insanity. We know this is treasonous, and he also has all those missing illegal children. He's the trafficking kingpin of the world. I just can't believe that we're allowing this to continue.
Unfortunately, I don't think anything is going to be done to permanently stop it until Trump gets in. We might be able to, thwart it a little bit because there are a few people fighting. But I'm with you on that. I don't think we have the support or the fight in us until Trump comes in there to put an end to all of this. So we can just hope for the best right now.
Like Texas can do something about it, but New Mexico, forget about it. Arizona, forget about it. California, really. You can take that seriously, California. Anyway, let's move on to some more news. Fannie Willis and Nathan Wade called each other 2,000 times in 2021. Okay, that's before they say the romance began. In 1 year, 2,000 times, 6 times a day. Okay, and then the text messages are some magnitude bigger than that even. Okay, so honestly, that's why I just can't. I've never been married. If you call me 6 times a day, it's done. I'm done. I'm out. If you text me another 30 times a day, I'm out. I'm done. Forget it. Like, why are you? Who are you? Go away. That's what Willie was doing to you, yo. Before you put that restraining order on him.
It does. It gets old quick.
Yeah.
And then they said he went to her house or her condo 35 times, and he said 10. So,
he's just working on her plumbing. She's having problems. He was just wanting to help out, be a real.
A lot of those were him showing up at like 10 at night and leaving in the morning.
Yeah, nothing suspicious
normal
there.
Stuff.
Come on, you conspiracy
normal
theorist.
Stuff, yeah. Well, you're working on that plugged up toilet all night. And looking at her in that dress, I believe she can plug up a toilet,
Well, Fanny says he could have been anywhere in the neighborhood.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Fanny says a lot of things, doesn't she?
Oh, she does.
And it's whatever she can say to get out of the, looking bad, Oh, no, it was cash. It's always something, you know what I'm saying? She's always dodging.
All right, this next article, I love it. From Twitchy. Say what? Justin Trudeau sends millions to Ukraine for gender-inclusive mine removal. Okay, $4 million for gender-inclusive mine removal. Like, so there's a lot of mines down there. You gotta pick them up. So, how do you be gender-inclusive about that? Well, the men of Ukraine have pretty much fed into the fodder of war. They're a dying breed. They're gone. So gender inclusive mean maybe what? Sending the women out to do a bunch of the stuff?
Some non-binary or something? Yeah, non-binary.
Yeah, like if you're, a lot of males. So we want to be gender inclusive. Everybody should die inclusively.
Of course.
Male and female.
It's the New World Order way.
Yeah. And I mean, God, Ukraine is just going to be like 80% women after this is all done. I mean, I hate to say it, but like, let's all be realistic about this, right?
Well, a lot of people are dying. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, they've had a bad time of this. But gender inclusive mine. I mean, there's this guy that chimes in on this. He says, "Look, I'm an expert in mine removal. I've done it my entire life. I've never heard of this. What is this?" And you know, the government of Canada puts out this thing. Yeah, it's going to be gender inclusive and yada yada. It's just buzzwords. It's
Yeah,
really
most
just
most people
buzzwords
don't
to
even
them.
understand what any of that stuff means, especially if you're like elderly. They fired that poor teacher that was 90 years old because she didn't understand it.
Oh,
She didn't get it.
the volunteer. Yeah, it was in like England or Germany or something with the Red Cross. You know, with
Something
a
like that. Yeah.
with a diabetes group. Yeah, she'd been volunteering for years. And she, you know, they said, hey, you got to include your pronouns. And she said, well, what's a pronoun? And they tried to explain it to her, and it wasn't easy to explain it. Sure.
Right. Well, she's
Like,
sane.
I don't
She's
understand.
completely sane. So, I mean, how do you,
Yeah.
somebody that's been sane for 90 years and you're trying to like just drop all of this in their mind all at once? I mean, that would be like,
Exactly.
I mean, you and I, they've been working on us through the internet for years. So, I mean, we kind of understand it. We don't agree with it. We think it's ridiculous. But imagine if you've never heard any of that stuff on the internet and they're dropping everything on you all at once and you're 90 years old and you're kind of old fashioned. You're like, what? What?
So let's get back to the 99 balloons go by. Right, remember that song?
Yeah,
All those red balloons.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a new balloon floating over Colorado right now. That, you know, the government is insisting it's a hobbyist balloon. Don't worry about it. It's nothing. Have you heard that before, Yotivation?
Oh yeah, I've heard that one before.
Yeah, huh?
And apparently, let's see, it left American airspace is what they're saying, and it poses no threat. Okay.
Well, last I heard, it's over Colorado somewhere, and they say, well, it can't, you know, it's not, it can't correct its path or anything. It's just up there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's still up there. And, you know, that's what they said, the one back in, like, last year, the last Chinese spy balloon that went over in the entirety of America, and they finally shot it down over the Atlantic Ocean after it completed its mission.
Of course.
Instead of in Montana when they first found it, or Alaska when they first found it, you know, or Canada when they found it again. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. This stuff is ridiculous that they're just going to let this thing fly over the country again and again and again. And we have to assume that the media is correct, or not even the media, the alphabet agencies are correct when they say, hey, it's nothing.
The
and
weaponized.
We know it probably is.
Yeah, the weaponized alphabet agencies. And are we not allowed to bring up Joe Biden's, you know, money connections with China and his son's connections with China? I mean, who's to say this is all just me speculating, but China probably has blackmail over Joe Biden. You know?
Well, when
A
you
little
think, when you think in terms of globalists, I mean, China's right there in the middle of that. They're in the mix of the globalists. The globalist model is China, and Joe Biden is a globalist. I mean, I don't feel like Joe Biden really sees China as a threat, even though he may be saying that now, because they're globalists.
He's never said that. Like he actually said that we wouldn't do anything.
Now they're trying to say, though, that, you know, China is a threat. And I've heard the Biden administration say that recently, which before it was always just Russia, Russia, Russia. But now, you know, it's whoever and whatever, just to confuse the masses. But I think, you know, the globalists work together with China. I'm not saying they're always in agreement with everything, but I think they work together.
Yeah. And I think the WEF and that whole faction of the global world, like, they can take over much of the world, but China and Asia won't be part of that. China has its grips on most of Asia. And if things do go to globalist, it's going to be two powers. You know what I mean? The Americas and Europe versus Asia.
Michael Yon believes that the WEF is basically controlled by China. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just saying that there are some that believe that that's kind of the headquarters, you know, more so even than America. America kind of used to be the leader of the New World Order, but maybe that's shifted more to China.
But Klaus Schwab's not going to give up that sweet, sweet power to, you know, Xi Jinping. He's not going to do it. Right?
Well,
At the end of the day,
though,
he
China
wants
does
that
have all
sweet,
the
sweet
power.
power.
They can shoot as much CO2 and pollution, which I have no problem with CO2, but they're pumping all kinds of pollution up into the air. Nobody says you should stop that. They let them get away with anything. So they're like buddies.
Wow, that's a good point. The pollution versus CO2. CO2 is a thing, but nasty pollutants are also a thing.
True.
Right? We don't really ever focus on those nasty, nasty pollutants. But Yotivation, we got about a minute and a half left. I want to give you a minute of it. Go. Go, girl, go.
On just anything or on China?
If you name it, it's your time. Go. You have 50 of it left.
I got
45.
50 of it left. Mandy just threw me right onto the spot here. I just guess
he does that. He does that often.
Just get out there, vote, support President Trump. We have to vote like our lives depend on it. We have to vote more than they can possibly cheat. We're doing a great job. We've defeated, the Democrats, as far as I'm concerned, with Nikki Haley. Keep doing that. We've got to fight for our freedom.
We got to fight for our freedom. We can't let the globalists take it over, man. Come on!
Wow. That's fantastic. I love it. I couldn't agree more. Folks, it is so important that we made our voices heard. We make them heard loud and clear. Loud and clear. Loud and clear. We must make our voices heard because there is no taking this back. If we go down this globalist road, there's no coming back. But if we fight right now and stop it in its tracks and turn this ship, we can save America right now. Man, I sound like a broken record, but it is, folks. This has been the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show, Sunday night edition. We'll see you on Wednesday. Thank you for listening.
All right, and we are clear.
Hey, another one in the books. Oh, wow. Thanks, everyone, for...
Everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about
Yes, good job, everyone.
earlier.
Thank you.
It was a little rough for me. I don't know, system overload somehow, somewhere. And
Cyber attacks, babe. Cyber attacks.
Could be. Could very well be.
Telling you.
And, I'm like, maybe, I'm benefit of the doubt, maybe solar flares, but, I haven't heard anything. Normally you hear stuff about
Well,
that.
if we all put a bit of work together and got off Skype, I think we could have maybe better experiences one day. If that effort ever was made to go to the next planet out there.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it was Skype. I don't think it was Skype, but that's what held us up a little bit.
I mean, it might be
other,
why I'm breaking up every now and then, too,
I had some updates come in earlier, and I don't know. I thought I had it all ironed out ahead of time. But, folks, you are listening to the after show of the Censorship Sucks Roundtable Radio Show. We are still alive.
That's right.
If you're hearing us, that means, there's more to come.
Okay, but I'm probably gonna have to cut out somewhat early tonight because I got plumbing issues. Speaking of plumbing issues to deal with tomorrow morning, so I was working for the show and I did not get it fixed. So
good luck.
I bought a 25-foot snake and I got it hooked up to the drill so I can get it in there really good.